The entire strategy of the Liberals and the CBC is run out the clock, right? They created a narrative. The narrative is Trump bad, coming against Canada, only Mark Carney can save us. And so their entire agenda is just to help Mark Carney run out the clock. And I think it's just so obvious. They've exposed themselves. And I mean, now we're at this point where we're seeing them sort of grasp their last grasp of power before they get put out. What do you think of all that?
Yeah, I mean, let me give you an example. I was thinking about this the other day. In the last two election cycles, the Conservative Party was the focus of the media rage over the carbon tax. Why won't you support the carbon tax? How dare you do this to the planet? And Andrew Scheer and Erin O'Toole answered. I don't think their answers were great, but it was such a central focus of the debates. As soon as Mark Carney says, oh, yikes, I better shuck off, I'd better jettison the carbon tax if I'm going to win, all of a sudden, the media that was saying this is the death of the climate, the death of our future, suddenly they show no interest in the subject whatsoever. Really? I mean, could you be more transparent in how partisan you are? That whole thing was just a way to get the Conservatives, and now that Mark Carney has flipped on the subject, they're not interested in it anymore. I really, being in that room, Candace, was amazing. I should say that about half the journalists in there were just regular folks doing their job. I sat next to a photographer from the Montreal Gazette. He couldn't care less. He was just there to take photos. I mean, there are some really normal people in journalism, but some of them are Antifa activists with a laptop. There was some nutbar from the Hill Times who started screaming, first at Keean Bexte and then at us, and some other kook at Ricochet. And you know, they were so disruptive, and I thought the word demonic came to mind. The way they went after Drea was demonic. And then I just thought, what is it? And here's my guess of what happened. First of all, I think some of them, like I say, are radical activists, and this was their January 6th moment. Oh my God, independent journalists are storming in. I think second of all, they've been radicalized. They've been convinced by the BS on the CBC that we are all the things they falsely accuse us of. So if we were in the room and a bunch of Klansmen came in with hoods, we would freak out and say, what the heck are you guys doing in here? That's how they've been trained and taught and brainwashed into thinking anyone right of center is.